Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another Moon Colony live stream. I hope you're all having a wonderful Thursday. We've got Gabriel with us today. How's it going, man?
What's you?
Oh, have you changed your microphone? It's just gone really quiet.
No.
Oh no, there we go.
Mm,
That was weird.
I was just speaking deep.
Okay, I see.
I'm Batman. Yeah.
So yeah, we've got Gabriel here with us today. So yesterday we had Antoine on the stream doing a sword for us for Swordtember, and now we've got Gabriel on here as well. So same as yesterday, it's going to be pretty relaxed. We're just going to be chatting while Gabriel sort of goes through this process. If you have any questions while we're going along about anything at all, it can be about movies, TV, games, comics, art. If you really want to talk about art, because that's what we're here for. Fire away, and we'll have a chat. But yeah, I'll let Gabriel kind of kick off with his sword ideas and see where that goes.
That guy's good. That guy is very good. A lot of crazy shape. He's like Brazilian Max Grecky.
Oh, what,
You know Max Grecky?
Gustavo?
Yeah.
Oh, amazing. Welcome.
So, about my swords. Yesterday, I don't know, Monday, Jaden showed his obscure hobby, and I found it super curious and super interesting. And I think LARP is something that was hidden in my head, something I've heard about it, and I don't have a fuck. I don't get it. I don't know how it works.
Yeah.
And Jaden shows a bunch of nice photos of his dark side, and I decided, since I was too busy this week and I didn't get any ideas, I thought, oh, let's do swords for Jaden, because his evil orc side must need a sword or anything that he can kill elves or
nice
dwarves or puppies.
Whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, kill stuff or cooking. Yeah, maybe they use this for cooking. So I was thinking, how can we give him a sword? Oh, that's reference for another drawing for later. Yeah. It's the same mood board I use
for everything.
Yeah, no, actually I have it's called face aesthetic because I built this board when I was studying face structure and how I wanted to stylize it. And it's basically my personal mood board for creating the stuff for myself.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not work related. Probably there are some hidden NDA stuff here, but we're not going into detail here.
Yeah, we'll stick with our corner.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. And I started. Let me leave the his fellow orc on my Photoshop because I think it will help us. And super nice photos, by the way. You guys have a photographer.
There's quite a lot of photographers that go around just taking photos of people. So it's always a surprise after the event when you get home and it's like, oh, someone has taken photos of me, and you're just going through, people just sneakily take them. It's really cool.
But the people taking pictures, they are LARPing too?
Yeah. But they have to be like, if they're taking photos, they're not allowed to like ask you to pose for them or anything. They have to do it without interrupting you, so that you don't sort of break character or like ruin immersion or anything.
Yeah.
So half the time you don't even know that someone's taking a photo of you. You're just
And they customized their gadgets too. To create a wooden camera or something like that.
No, I think that's actually, I think it might be against the rules to do that, which is strange. I think if you have a camera, you have to make it like obvious that it's a camera.
Okay.
Just so if people do see it, then they're like, oh, okay, like they're taking a photo of me, not pointing a weird box at my face. But yeah, half the time you don't even notice. Like none of the pictures that were taken of me, I actually realized were being taken. Which is why I like, if I didn't have the mask on, it would be like a really stupid face that I was pulling, and I would just be like or something.
And what's the story of your org? Or what's the name? The clan? There's
there is like a clan that he's a part of. It's a group called the Iron Tide. They are essentially like legionnaires, so they're like a group of fighters. But this was my first time being this orc, so there's not a lot of stuff that has happened to him. But he's technically a mage, so he does some magic stuff. But he came to where the game is set. It's set in a place called Anvil, and he went to Anvil to follow in the footsteps of his sister, who was actually played by another player like a few years ago. And when their character died, they sort of followed in their footsteps, which was cool. I'm trying to think now. Oh yeah, he's there with his twin brother, who in that second photo you've got with the three of us.
Oh, this one?
Yeah, it's that one. Yeah, because we have like the same mask pretty much.
And his twin brother is a mage too?
No, his twin brother is more of a fighter than my one is.
All right.
So he uses a one-handed sword. I have a dagger, but I also have like a sort of crystal rod thing that I use.
Like a staff.
Kind of, yeah, like a one-handed staff thing. Longer than a wand, but shorter than a staff.
Okay. And they are like nomads.
Kind of. Yeah, they do have a place to live, but they travel quite a lot because they're legionnaires, so they're like constantly traveling from battle to battle. So they basically live in camps. So yeah, nomads are pretty accurate.
Okay. How accurate they are, how precise they are forging metal, or they are most focused on wood and stuff?
A lot of the stuff that they use is quite crude, so it's not made very well because like historically they didn't get to make weapons or anything. So a lot of the stuff they use is either found or like reclaimed from like bodies on the battlefield, or just made really by kind of just like sticking stuff together and hoping that it works.
Okay, so raw iron or something like this. A lot of leather stuff, right?
Yeah, like leather scraps and stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
and you can see by the kit like a lot of red as well.
Okay. Let me think. So you are a mage. So okay, let me think about probably you mentioned that you have a dagger.
Yeah.
Okay, I was trying to and all right. I throw a bunch of ideas here of I saw the characters and I think I was thinking about raw materials and how can we play with that. Let me see the stuff here. I always get lost on
your layers.
On my layers, yeah, I'm terrible with that. So, I think that my favorite ones, I think are, like that. Those ones. Oh god, what I do? I think those has a more variety of shapes. And I was thinking here of raw stuff, and probably they pick a chunk of metal and just make it easy to handle, not dealing with details and stuff. But I think found stuff would be nice too. Okay. And I was thinking like probably on your character, I was thinking that probably you take light, like knives or stuff like this, like a dagger or a cycle. This is for cooking. And probably the dagger could be some ceremonial stuff, right? So can have some rooms and wherever.
Yeah, that would be cool.
And I saw that has some wooden stuff, like the glasses are a nice touch. So probably would have some wooden tokens or something like that. But also like engravings that can create magically, you know.
Yeah, we actually have runes like in the game. I can send you them on Discord. So if you want to use them, then they are that one.
And where those ideas came from? Like, is this from D&D stuff?
No, there's a company called Profound Decisions that runs the game basically. So before it started, they do all this like world building, and they're like, okay, if we're gonna have magic, are we gonna have runes? What runes are we gonna have? What are they gonna mean? Like, are they gonna be gods? If there's not gods, then what other type of religion are we gonna have? What symbols are gonna be in that religion? And they literally just build out this entire like universe. It's kind of like D&D, but they plan it out like a D&D setting almost. So they think about everything. It's kind of crazy.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So like when you're first getting into the game, you're just like, what is happening? Like what does all of this stuff, like what does all of this mean? Like, people are all talking about the politics of the game, and like, oh, did you hear what this senator did, and how they're gonna get cursed they're gonna get cursed this weekend, and blah 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 blah. And it's like, what? No, why?
And what you guys do during the day?
So, I mean, you can do pretty much anything that you want. Each event, there are different celebrations that are held for each nation. So there's like 9 nations that you can play as, the orcs being one of them. And each of those nations have their own cultures and beliefs. So they all end up having different like cultural ceremonies. So one of them is called Broken Wheel. So the Broken Wheel happened last weekend, and that was a big celebration where one of the nations just sort of goes out and causes a bunch of havoc. It's like Opposite Day, where they kind of take the laws of the empire and just kind of flip them on their head and just be like, oh, you don't want us stealing things? Well, we're going to go and steal a bunch of stuff.
Okay.
And then they like give it back at the end of the celebration, but like the whole thing is to kind of prove that we need those rules in place for the empire to function, you know. But yeah, you can
always have there are some quests to do.
Well, you kind of make your own. Like you kind of have your own things to do. So, you know, the whole thing is like a sandbox, right? I always tell people that you go in and you essentially like live another life for a few days, in that you can do as much or as little as you want. Like some people might need help with an activity that they have going on, so they could be going on a fight. They could be going to fight this big monster, and they're like, "Hey, we need more people to help out. Would you mind helping?" And yeah, you can help out, go on this fight if you want. You might die, but you could also come back and be really glorious and have like the head of a monster to celebrate or whatever, you know. So it's kind of up to you. It's kind of up to you what you do. You can go around and be a trader if you really want to. Just go around selling stuff, and that can be your whole game. Or you can.
But how do you define if you win or if you lose some stuff? Like there, you hold the dice.
No, you actually
Like, you know.
you actually like hit things with weapons.
But
So
how about people?
so they you hit each other with weapons.
All right.
And you have, depending on how much armor you have on. So if you have leather armor, you'll have less hit points, like you'll have less health than someone in heavy armor. And whenever you get hit, you take away one hit point. And when you're on 0, then you start bleeding out, and you have to count to like, you have, I think it's like 3 minutes or something until you're dead.
Over.
And if you
And
die, that's it. Like your character is gone, and you have to start again.
Really?
Yeah.
With another character, or you can I resurrection?
No. If that
Like, can you connect all?
When you're bleeding on the floor, if you reach 3 minutes and that timer is up and nobody has healed you, then that's it. You're dead. You have to start all over again with a new character.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
You start as a baby.
Yeah, like well, not a baby, but like as an example, the last event I went to, someone had been playing their character for I think it was 7 years, like since they started going to this LARP event, they had played the same character for 7 years, and then that character died last event, and that it's really sad. Like it's so sad. Like people cry because it's like, you know, it's a character that they have sort of grown into, and the people around them have kind of grown to love this character, and then to have them then die is really sad, because it's like, well, they're not there anymore. I'm never going to be able to see this person again. Obviously you'll see their next character, but it's not the same, you know. It's really strange. It's hard to describe the emotional connection you build up, but you really do.
But when they die, like, the guy should invest more money on a different costume or something like this, or he can adapt the one.
You can get away with wearing the same costume, kind of. It depends on really how popular you are. Really, like if you're a super popular guy and your costume is like really well known, then if you die and you come back in the same costume, everyone is going to be like a bit it's a bit weird, like it's a bit confusing. But if you're like me, for example, and no one really knows who I am, I'm just one of the like many people who go to this event. I can get away with reusing my costume a lot. So yeah, it's
a very big area where everyone is.
Yeah,
like,
well, there's about 4,500 people that go.
Whoa!
Yeah, so yeah, about 4,500 people. Last time I checked. So yeah, it takes place over 3 or 4 like big fields and some woodland as well. So yeah.
And a lot of questions. I'll throw a lot of questions on you. And you sleep on barracks?
I could do if I wanted to. Not. I think we might be like the only people in the field. So the group that I'm with, the Iron Tide, because we're legionnaires, they would like us to sleep in like a military tent together. So we're all like in rows next to each other, like a proper military tent would be. I did not want to do that. I was like,
that's your limit.
Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna sleep in my own tent, because I don't want to have to deal with all of you snoring. So,
but you don't need to sleep as your character.
Oh no, God no.
Okay.
That would be awful. Trying to sleep in that mask would be the worst. No, I think timeout is at like 1 a.m. So, you know, but also if you're in your tent, it doesn't really matter. Like you can just do whatever you want. But officially, like you can stop being in character at 1 a.m.
Okay.
Yeah, let's see. Jasmine said, I need to know how they do the monsters. The monsters are big costumes. Like one of the monsters is a big creature, and it's like a war rhino, and they literally have like a ginormous rhino shell that like 3 or 4 members of the crew like get inside of and like pilot it around. It's crazy.
You don't have pictures of that?
I don't know. Let me see. Oh yeah. Okay. Here's a picture of one. You can show it on stream if you like, Gabriel.
See. Let me show. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's a pretty small picture, but yeah, it's.
But you can be a monster?
Yeah. So
Alright.
So basically, the character that I play, so the orc that I play, is technically a good guy, as good as the empire we're in can be. But there's 2 big battles that happen every event, and one happens on Saturday and one happens on Sunday. So if I fight as my character on the Saturday, then it's kind of it's expected of you to then fight as a monster on Sunday. So, you know, because the nation is like the empire is split in half, so some nations will fight on the Saturday, some will fight on the Sunday, so that there's always monsters for the other people to fight.
Okay.
Yeah.
But actually, like, you can create your own monster.
Not really. Some people like come up with funny or like stupid backstories for their for their monster, but the chances are that when you're monstering, you're kind of just going in there to die, so it doesn't really matter. You're just kind of throwing yourself at the Imperials because you have nothing to lose. It's like, I'm a monster, I'll just respawn in like 20 minutes, it's fine. So yeah, it's being a monster is a lot of fun because you just get to kind of be super unhinged and just like and just let out your inner demons because you've got nothing to lose.
All right.
You just like start threatening to eat people and stuff. It's great. I love the War Rhino. Yeah, the War Rhino is fantastic. But that's just one of them. There's like frost giants who are like people on stilts, but like the stilts are like obviously covered by like these massive like trousers and legs and stuff. That they're really cool. There's like big crab people and beetles. There's like land sharks. There's a big like land shark thing. It's nuts. It's nuts.
And it's a company that promote those events.
It's the company that created the event. Yeah. They're called Profound Decisions. The actual event is called Empire. But
all right.
Yeah, the event is called Empire, but it's run by a company called Profound Decisions. So. And
do you pay to be there?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it costs me. About 85 or 90 pounds every time, and it happens 4 times a year. So.
And that's your first time, no?
No, I've been going.
There
I've been going for about 2 years, or maybe 3 years now. I don't remember. But this is my first time going as. That was my first time going as an orc. Before I was, what they call a changeling, which is basically someone with like, kind of like an elf, but you can also have antlers. So I had cool antlers on.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can be an elf.
Kind of, yeah. They're not called elves, but basically, yeah. No, it's profound decisions, not refound.
Okay. Refound.
Yeah, that's the one, Jasmine. Yeah. Hey, Yagi J, nice to see you.
I was thinking on this one, just like decapitator stuff.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, but I'm thinking also like it can be something religious, like ceremonial,
cool
kind of stuff. So we can have more work happen on here. I don't know why, how yet, but I'll get on something to show that this is the important stuff.
Yeah.
Because you're not savages, right?
No, we're not savages. We just we just broke.
Yeah.
These are some yummy shapes. Yeah. I was thinking actually, like, depending on how these turn out, I could probably get one commissioned and have one made.
Really?
Yeah. There's a lot of weapon, like LARP weapon vendors that will make stuff. Like, if you ask them to, they'll just make you a cool weapon. I had a really nice staff that was made. It has bits in it that like glow in the dark.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
It should be funny if someone appears like, I'm a ninja turtle.
Someone someone at the last event was comparing orcs to crabs, and I was like, I don't know if that's allowed. I don't know if you can do that. but yeah, it's great. Like there's like a whole religion. There's a whole like religion in the game as well. Like the human characters believe different things to the orc characters. And it
The
leads to
human characters, they don't deserve respect, the human guys.
yeah,
They can be humans in real life, right?
yeah, exactly my point. I've always said this, like why are you coming to this fantasy world and playing a human? What's wrong with you, man?
Yeah.
But saying that, my first character was basically a human just with antlers on, so I still have them.
You have answers, yeah.
Yeah, I still have them with like here. I haven't gotten rid of them or anything. Never know when they'll come in handy. Wow, a real life model? Yeah, I could get a real life model. It'd be usable too. It'd be like LARP weapons are made out of like really solid foam, so it's pretty easy. All they need to do is just like sculpt it into the foam, and then we're done.
So how can I make this a religious weapon? Probably we have a lot of trinkets because that's the easiest stuff I can do.
The word LARP makes me happy. Yeah, it's a fun word to say. LARP, 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 LARP. Would it help you if I sent you over the symbol for the orc Afterlife? Would that help?
I mean,
the orcs in Empire believe in a thing called the Howling Abyss, which means when you die, you get one chance to for your soul to cross this abyss. And if you cross the abyss, you become what's called an ancestor, and it means that all of the orcs can then like hear you. You can speak to them, even though you're dead. But your chances of crossing this abyss become like higher depending on how much of a legacy you left behind and how influential you were when you were alive. And so that symbol, it shows both sides of the abyss and then like the infinite, like the falling in the middle.
Okay.
Which is pretty cool.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Is that a Moon Colony mug I see, Jaden? It is. I actually have two mugs with me. I have my Moon Colony mug, which has a cup of tea in it, but it's also really hot today, so I have this mug that has just water, like just cold water in it. So you might see me just like drinking out of different ones. A rosary. I forgot the name in English. The necklace with the cross hanging on the sword. Oh yeah, a rosary. Yeah, rosario. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw you have some coins, right?
Yeah. Dual wielding mugs. I can relate. Yeah. Just drink from both at once. Yeah, a good thing about orc kit is that the more things you just have like hanging off of you, the better it looks. That's how you do well with orc kit. It's like just have things. It doesn't even matter what they are. Just shove things on and it'll look cool. There's one character that has like a load of I don't know what they are. They're like seeds, but when you like when you rattle them, they make noises. So you can always hear when she's walking up behind you, because she'll just hear like the rattling of loads of seeds, like they're like big ones, like all on her arm and on her like staff and stuff. It's pretty cool.
They're like old school gypsies, like gypsies from the folklore, like the guys who.
Yeah, some of them are. Yeah.
I don't want to disrespect a culture that I don't know so much about it. So
yeah. I feel that.
a lot of wooden stuff and things that will hang on the sword, because it would be nice to cut someone and give that nice sound.
Yeah. It's murder, but make it pretty.
Yeah.
Can you?
Or maybe it's something to sacrifice the sick elders from the tribe, like something to give him honor death.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. Yeah.
Can you guys hear the music, by the way? If you can't hear the music, I can turn it up a little bit. Or if it's too loud, I can turn it down.
No music.
Do you not listen to music while you work, Gabriel?
No music. Yeah.
But you were listening to Hold the Line earlier.
Yeah. Yep.
What an absolute banger.
My Spotify is schizophrenic, you know?
Yeah.
Because I'll probably have samba, hip hop, Brazilian hip hop, have some rarely occasion plays heavy metal or disco music, and Beyonce, and so it goes.
Yeah, mine is a bit of a mine is kind of all over the place as well, to be fair. But I just listen to the same playlist every day because it's so long. It will go on for forever.
Yeah, I like to create playlists.
Yeah, my current main playlist is 163 hours long.
Whoa!
Yeah, I've had
but
it
this
for
is
11 years now.
But this is not your playlist. This is your liked songs on Spotify.
I don't use the liked songs feat thing.
All right.
But yeah, if I do enjoy a song, I'll add it to a playlist. For some reason, I never used the liked songs thing. That's a mighty playlist. I just make Spotify make the playlists for me. I can't trust them. I can't trust Spotify to do that for me.
Yeah, sometimes I accept it, I listen to it, and I try to manipulate it because.
Yeah, I can't trust Spotify because it will be like, I don't know, it'll be like, here's a playlist of chill vibes while you work, and then halfway through it'll randomly swap genres to be like, they'll throw in like a weird heavy metal song or something, and I'm like, how is this a chill vibe? This is not chill. This is raising my blood pressure.
Yeah, I think the problem with Spotify that sometimes they like sometimes you listen to a song they suggest for you,
Hmm.
and you just listen, but you don't care,
Yeah.
or you're not even like it, but you're doing anything else, and
Hmm.
you leave it,
Yeah.
and they start to repeat that. I
Yeah.
never liked that shit,
Yeah.
You just played once or twice on something that it's like they have this daily mix. Those
Yeah.
daily mixes are useful, but sometimes they just
Mhm.
play something that I let it play
Yeah.
once or twice, but I don't actually like it, and it's like repeating and repeating. It is so annoying.
Yeah. It's like because you listened to random artist, we'll have you tried listening to this? I'm like, no, because I didn't like random artist in the first place.
Yeah.
I don't know if Spotify still does it, but it had that like DJ thing, the like AI kind of radio station thing, and that was cool for a little while. But after about a week, it was just like, here's what's popular now, and I'm like, no, no, I don't want to know
No.
what's popular now. I'm good.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, there's a reason why I'm listening to Spotify and not the radio. It's because I don't want to know. I don't care what's popular now. That thing was so whack. It really was. It was absolutely. It was wild.
Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, right now they release some. It's called dailies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it's
Dailies.
interesting, but sometimes they got it wrong. Like, depending on the time of the day you're listening, they suggest or for afternoon, based on your choices. It's sometimes they get it right, and it's fun because they put more songs related to what you like,
Yeah.
and I discover new songs or I remember songs that I don't know the name of the artists when I listen for the first time.
Yeah. That's cool though. I didn't realize that they. I didn't realize that the day list changed depending on the time of day. That's really interesting.
I listen to it. No.
I've not had that before, but I'm one of those people who listens to the same songs on repeat. I make Spotify's life easier. Yeah. Yeah. I tend to do that. I tend to do that too. Like if there's a song that I like, I'll just put it on repeat until I'm sick of it, and then I'll go, cool. I'll come back to that in like 4 years when I'm over it.
Yeah, I like to change musics and discover new vibes and stuff.
Mm,
I love to discover new songs.
yeah. Yeah, me too. There's not many genres that I won't listen to. Um, for the most part, I'll listen to pretty much anything.
Yeah, I think I'm not a fan of K-pop.
Yeah.
Um, and there's a few things in Brazil that I really don't like,
Hmm.
but I love Brazilian songs. And yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah. I'm like, I don't know, I don't really listen to like EDM, like
What is that?
electronic dance music.
Oh, me too.
Yeah, I don't really listen to that. Uh, and like screamo, like really heavy metal. I don't tend to listen to
Hmm.
much of that.
Me too.
Depends though. It really depends.
Like I hate guttural,
Mm.
like I can't stand that. I think for me it's not music. I understand who like it, but for me, no, this just
It's
noise.
just noise. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I'm listening to house renewal.
Yeah. The sound of a housing renovation. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey Statsbitsu, nice to see you. Welcome back. I'm loving these. I like big sword is cool. I love the little sickle as well, and that dagger is nice with all the bits coming off the
Yes.
bottom.
Thank you.
Yagi J says, I start a new playlist every 3 months and put all of the music that I'm currently listening to, any music I've been meaning to listen to, and any new music that comes out when in that time. It helped me listen to a bunch of new genres and artists. It's fun to go back and look through the history. That is cool. That is cool. I just have one playlist that I've had since 2013, and any song that I've kind of enjoyed since 2013 has gone into that playlist, and that's why it's like 163 hours long. But it's really cool. It's similar to what you said, the Yagi. It's like a time capsule. So you can you can go back right to the beginning, and I can be like, oh, cool. In like, when was it? In like October of I started in 2014. In October of 2014, I was listening to a band called Wolfmother quite a lot, which is really cool. I don't know. It's just like, and then there's like a lot of Fall Out Boy and Panic at the Disco, Blink 182. It's like, it's just really cool. It's just fun. Sometimes I'll just sit there and like scroll through it. Just be like, I wonder what I was listening to around this time, 5 years ago.
Yeah, my liked songs are like this.
Yeah, I think that's what a lot of people use their liked songs for, but for some reason I decided to make my life difficult.
And sometimes I should delete some stuff, because if I put on random, it starts to annoy me.
I try my best not to delete stuff. The only stuff that I've deleted in there is, you know, when an artist that the artist that makes it has like become problematic or whatever, and I'm like, okay, well,
Right.
bye. I don't want to listen to your music. See, Jasmine said, yo, I used to love Wolfmother. I saw them live and they were supported by a band called Turbo Wolf, who I also got really into. That's cool. I'll have to check them out. Turbo Wolf. Send me, tell you what, Jasmine, send me some of their best songs on Google. I'll give them a listen when we're done. Duja, hello. Will this stream be only about these weapons, or will it have space for more? I'm asking not because I don't enjoy it. I'm just curious to see if there'll be more stuff. Yeah, I think, you know, we're about an hour.
Focus on this one. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's gonna be focusing on these ones.
Yeah. If you guys want to ask, sorry to.
Go ahead. You go ahead.
If you guys have some questions about my thought process on this, feel free to throw it on my way.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we've been talking about like random stuff for the past hour. So if you have any questions about this process, then yeah, fire away. Don't feel like you have to.
You don't need to talk about LARP.
Yeah,
you can talk about
anything.
Another thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Yagi J, my liked playlist is such a mess. I think most people's are. I mean, mine is non-existent. I don't even have it as a Spotify option, like a playlist option, because I haven't put anything in it. So, are you guys going to do Inktober? I mean, Inktober is an interesting one, isn't it? Because it's kind of just drawing, right? It's more sketches, or is it meant to be more traditional, like pen on paper?
I think ideally should be more traditional,
Okay.
but no, I don't have energy.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a bit of a tough one. It's a bit of a tough one for us to do on a stream because like the camera angles and stuff. But I don't know, maybe if we have an artist that would like to do it and would like to wrangle with their camera to get a decent angle, then who knows?
Maybe something focused on line work also. Maybe on the stream. That would be nice.
Yeah, something focused on line work. Yeah, it'd be fun. So as for swords, I feel like you work along on the silhouette. If I'm sorry, if I'm not wrong, and that's the case, how do you approach a weapon like a stick or a staff like Wukong and make it interesting? Oh, because it doesn't have a very exaggerated silhouette. How do you make it interesting?
For staff? Oh, it like for design wise for everything. I think first you need to answer those questions like who made it, where it was made, how it was made, and when it was made is. I think that's it. To start off, you know. And also the genre or the media you're applying, it can be more realistic, it can be more stylized. My work is more stylized in general, and I always try to play up with the shapes. Like for a step, for example, you can like it was made by wood. It was made by I don't know for it depends on the culture of the character or so. Like for example, if we are talking about Gandalf, it's something like handmade or something. So probably he take a branch so we can play the shapes to be more natural, you know. And I always trying to think like how can I play with the shapes, thinking of big, mediums, and smalls. Like I always try to think about the flow of the movement. Like if I do it here, like I C S shapes, you know. So curves against straights and simple against ops. I died.
Yeah, your camera is.
I need to re-enter, right?
Yeah, there we go.
Oh.
We got it.
Okay.
Whoa.
So I always try to think about simple versus complex, and that's it. This can be a staff. I don't know. I'm doing this so poorly, but this can be a staff with a stone and the stone over it and something like that. And I always thinking about. Usually I prefer using lines, but with shapes it's the same thing. Like I can carve stuff out, you know. Oh no, we can do.
What about with? What about with staffs where you might not have like that more that possibility to go a bit more free flowing, like with a character like Wukong, for example? It's like a metal. It's like a big metal bar, almost, isn't it?
Yeah, on those cases, we would think like, imagine like some, don't know, dwarven stuff. Probably it will be more hard and well-made stuff. So I'll try to make it more. Don't know. I'm not using the tools, but I would probably something more symmetrical or something like this. And again, thinking about big, mediums, and small, and to get crazy about shapes. Imagine that this is symmetrical, you know?
Yeah.
So always thinking about the terminations of the stuff, like the joints or the ending parts, because probably to have a stone or some or trinkets, we can play the smalls on those areas, you know.
Yeah.
And let's think that there's a crystal here, and the crystal is like there's a smaller shape than this one, like medium, big, small.
Yeah.
I can try even to push the smaller parts here.
Yeah, so you would then focus it on the ends, which I think you see a lot in when you see Sun Wukong in a lot of video games. Like one that comes to my mind is like Smite. I think he's in Smite. You tend to have his pole, and then a lot of the actual interesting designs is on the each end of the pole.
Yeah. That's how also we can improve a silhouette of a character, like doing some details on like bracelets or rings and stuff, because those are the areas we are looking at. The point of the tail of a character can have a jewel or something like that, you know. So imagine that I'm using the symmetrical tool here, but I was too lazy to push the button. Yeah, I have some resistance on my brain to use stuff that's not organic, you know. I'm really stupid because like doing spheres, like doing spheres or ellipses, I always try to do on hand, and then it got crooked as fuck, and then all right, I'll use this.
I'd use the
motherfucker
thing.
Yeah. So that's it. This is ugly, but you get the idea. We can have something flying.
Juja, I'm not really sure if I understand your last question. So I'm not sure if you could type it out maybe a different way. I can see if I can understand your last question a bit more, but I'm gonna try and help you out. Man, I can really imagine having that like hook, that like sickle, like hanging off of a belt, you know.
Yeah. We can give some function to those holes here, like.
Yeah. Let me see. Oh, how would you apply big, medium, small to like a nunchuck? A 3-section nunchuck.
That's really eye-opening now. How can you apply the rule of big, medium, small on a 3-step question?
3-section staff with a nunchuck, but divided by 3.
Because, oh no, I think I get it, but design-wise, the nunchuck, even a 3-part nunchuck, he already had some kind of divisions. Like, even if they have equal parts, like imagine here.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, I have seen those like 3-part nunchucks before.
So imagine like this. They have the point of each stick need to have a connection between each other so this can be our small. Imagine that's like we need to have those connections. And we have the chain. The chain is our medium area.
Okay.
And it's a medium area made of small parts. So, but in general, it's like this. And you can also play on how those stuff goes, because imagine that big, mediums, and smalls. You need to think that not only on one direction, like not just on the vertical, but we can think on that horizontal. Like if you see on my swords here, we have width. Width is the
width. Yeah.
Width.
Width. It's hard to pronounce it, but yeah.
Yeah. So we have a larger part here. We have a thinner part here on the handhold stuff, and you have like I can call it a medium part here. I can even make it bigger. So and another thing, like you can raise the size of the extremities. Like we don't necessarily need to be fully straight. We can have something like this, the opening in the end. And have some details here. So we can always play with stuff to play with shapes to make the things more interesting. Did you get it? I think does that answer your question?
Yeah, that's no.
And the small, big, and details, big and small details, mediums, we can play also inside the silhouette. Like we can add patterns inside, You have smalls here. So it's a very open rule. You can play as much as you want.
They said, thank you a lot, and sorry for making you go far from your project. It's fine.
No worries.
That's what we're here for.
That's why we are here for.
Yeah. I'd love to see. You don't see many characters with, nunchucks, let alone three segmented nunchucks.
Yeah.
The only one I can think of is like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh, but they use two nunchucks.
Yeah, they just use the 2-segment ones.
And I recently discovered that there's a female turtle.
Yeah, there was what was
I forgot the name.
what was her name? She was in a really terrible
Yeah, she doesn't have an interesting name.
yeah, Venus. Her name was Venus.
Venus, sorry.
Yeah. I saw her in one of the shows when I was a kid. It was terrible. It was one of the really, really bad ones. What was it? What one was it? I'm gonna go look it up now.
And what's the color of her? And she's like Wolverine.
She was blue. Her color was blue. It was the same as Leonardo.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, she got introduced in Ninja Turtles: The Next Mutation. It's not good. It's not good. Oh, but there was another one. Oh yeah. Oh, here's the Wolverine one. This must be another one that you were thinking of. Jenica.
Yeah, that's the name I've heard.
Oh, so there was two. There was two female Ninja Turtles. Jenica was in the comics. That's fun. Apparently she dated Casey Jones. I don't know how that worked, but fair enough.
Yeah.
I have some nunchucks for you if you want them for LARP, Jaden. You can smash some human skulls. There are people that have like flails, and I always think those look really fun.
Flails? What's flails?
It's, you know, when you have the stick, and then on the stick you have a chain. On the end of the chain you have like a ball.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So some people bring those. They always look like a lot of fun. They're really easy to like get behind shields. You just like whack the shield and it whips around.
Yeah, don't look very safe.
Oh yeah. Juzia was asking about that weapon because they're designing a weapon that will be a staff that transforms into three nunchucks. Since you're doing weapon designs, I wanted to understand how you could approach it to get another perspective. Yeah, sure. Yeah, that sounds cool. That sounds like a lot of fun. I love weapons that turn into other weapons are always really cool.
Yeah, recently I was reading a Blade, the Immortal, you know, manga.
Yeah.
He there's a lot of interesting weapons.
Oh, yeah, I bet. You say it was Blade?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never read Blade. I think I watched the Blade movie when I was really young.
Oh no, but not the
not the vampire one.
Not the vampire.
Oh.
It's a manga. It's Immortal Samurai.
Oh, Blade of the Immortal. That one.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Yeah,
It's a very nice one.
I've never heard of it. Looks really nice though. The artwork in it looks gorgeous.
And the story is very nice.
Yeah. That's fun. That's fun. Which one of these is your favorite so far?
I like the big one.
Yeah, the big one is really cool. Oh, oh, bless you.
There you go. Sorry, guys. Probably I explode your ears.
Oops. Cool. I always really like orc weapons in fantasy because they always just look really brutal.
Yes. Yeah, it's fun.
Like those look like sort of giant pieces of like flint. They would just be really. You'd not want to get cut by those. Really rough.
Yeah, probably is the most uncomfortable way of dying.
Yeah, for sure. But sickles are so cool though. I love sickles, like the curved, like small handheld ones. Really nice. There was someone I saw multiple times coming to a LARP event with a scythe,
Hmm.
like a big like farming scythe, and it's like
Uh-huh.
okay, cool. Yeah, I guess you can use that if you want.
Is he a orc?
No, no, he was part of another nation called the Marches, and they're like well known for like farming and stuff. So it made sense that they have a scythe.
Okay. All right.
But
It's not a weapon. It's just a way of living.
I guess, I guess
Okay.
I never saw them use it as a weapon, but I wouldn't want to be on the wrong side of it. Put it that way.
Yeah, that's a waste opportunity, right?
Mm. Oh, for sure. Yeah. You can get crossbows and stuff too.
Hmm.
And I want to get a crossbow so bad. They're so much fun. Like you can just kind of like hide behind a tree and then like pop out, shoot someone with a crossbow, and then hide back behind the tree again. And it just looks like so much fun.
And they actually use it on the event.
Yeah, yeah. You don't use like proper like solid bolts, obviously.
Hmm. Sure.
They're like crossbow bolts that have like foam padding at the end. So if they hit you, then it doesn't hurt.
Okay.
But you still feel it. Going back to big, medium, small. Abdul said you can use perspective or foreshortening to help with big, medium, small too.
Yes, but for a concept design, I don't feel that this is useful because for a concept, probably depending on for where it will be applied, it will be needed for you to see the stuff in the most standard perspective,
Yeah.
because someone will need to model or to draw that on different positions. So perspective won't be a good tool for you to use as a designer.
Mm-hmm.
You can think about that regarding perspective when you're illustrating. Like, probably you place a character, a big character close to the camera, as a medium character in the midground, and a smaller character in the background. Or you can use like this to place stuff in your scene, like trees, branches, mountains, and stuff. And you can, like, designing an illustration is still design, you know. So
Yeah.
the rules apply for everything, even for if you're I forgot the word, even in Portuguese. Oh God. Um, if you're buying furniture for your house and you want to decorate
Decorate.
your
Yeah.
house, yeah, you also will think about big, mediums, and smalls if you want to make it look like Instagram house, you know.
Mm-hmm.
That's the secret. Like, probably, imagine that you buy a couch that is like a big box that goes straight into your floor, like doesn't have small feet.
Yeah.
To make contrast and create like a level of balance and interest in your house, if you want to put a nice chair or besides your couch, it's nice for you to buy one with thinner legs, you know?
Yeah.
So you can have a bulky one and a thinner one. So that's the mindset for basically everything you do with art or decoration.
That's cool. I never really thought about transferring that into like home design.
Yeah, so that was interesting when me and my wife was living together for the first time, and we need to buy furniture.
Yeah.
I was watching a Brazilian architect that gives suggestions of how to do the things right regarding decoration. And as an artist, I was checking that a bunch of the rules is the same I use as an illustrator, or is it so? It's basically transferring the knowledge.
That's really cool. I know who to go to if I need home design advice. I'll send you photos of my flat and be like, Gabriel, I need help. Can you overpaint?
All right.
Can you overpaint my flat? Tell me what I need.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yagi J said, I know you mentioned the who, what, when, where, and why to aid into the design process, but how would you recommend translating life references into fantasy?
Life references, but depending how you use and the purpose of your design. Like, if you're drawing an orc and you want to relate that with your daily reference, like the place you live or whatever, you need to think like, how can I translate that for my fantasy world?
Yeah.
Like, he'll be and you need to analyze. I think design stuff is like exercise of empathy and perception. The better design you are is how much you absorb stuff from the world around you, and you can analyze how can you apply the stuff of your daily, of your own personal reference, and the stuff from different arts or stuff like. Let me think. For example, imagine that's an orc. We are talking about an orc. It would be like an urban orc. You need to contextualize, like, how a percent, or like how much percent we'll have from fantasy world and how much percent we'll have from the real life. Like imagine it like a slider. It will be like urban stuff uh, made of wooden, iron, and handmade stuff. Like imagine a mix between contemporary stuff with medieval stuff, but it will be more medieval than contemporary, or the contrary. And that's the type of questions you need to make. You need to make assumptions, you know. When we are designing something, you need to try stuff. It's like this is even a way for you to ideate more. Like imagine that will be a urban org. I will do one version that is more contemporary. I'll do like 80% contemporary and 20% medieval. And then I will do another one that is 80% medieval and 20% contemporary. And then you can play more with those kind of stuff, you know? I think that's how we need to play and think about how to apply our own reference on this stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Or maybe something that is implied, like I can be we can think about like orc and an orc mate and on a street urban thing, like it will be fully urban, and how can we create something magical with, I don't know, iPhones and you know, we can have a Apple staff or something like this.
Yeah, no, I think that makes sense. I hope that helped, Yagi J. If you need anything elaborated on, then let us know. Moon Colony got a home design department. Yeah, we did. Our home design department is now Gabriel. So Abdul said, I love the way that you're using the principles like big, medium, small, simple, and complex. You put the complexity confined in the area and the rest is easy to read. Yeah.
Yeah, it's always good for us to balance it out stuff. Otherwise, there's no priority.
Yeah. I like on the big weapon that you're on now, like it is complex in that center bit, you know, where your eyes are drawn to, but you haven't just left the rest. Like the rope at the top is really nice. Like adds a little bit of it's simple, but it's not just bare.
Yeah, one thing I try to think when I create stuff, and a tip I received from another designer is like, imagine you're creating a design, and if you can separate the parts of it, and you can still attach it to, you know, for like if I isolate the blade, can I realize that it's from the same design? Like, how can we, even if you separate the parts of a design, I can easily identify that this belongs to that, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. That makes sense.
This is good to design characters because we can make, like, if we design a boot or a staff, we can, oh, this is from this guy because obviously it's from this guy, you know?
Yeah, it's nice when they share common design elements, right?
Yeah.
Abdul said, Gabriel, I can see the hanging coins. on one side they are linear and the other side is quite random. Is it a conscious choice for making them more distinguished on both sides? Or it's just where you think they look
No,
cool?
I think this should have more chaos. Hard brush. I think it would be better.
I really love these though. They're really cool. Yeah, he just says, how do you do that? By focusing on silhouette and having motifs. I think, is that going back to Yagi J? Is that going back to what we were saying about being able to like detach them and figuring out what they pair with? Oh, you've disappeared again. We should get you back in. We should get you back in a minute. We'll see. Yeah.
Oh, but here you okay.
Yeah, you're back now.
How do I yeah, when I'm thinking of silhouettes, I always try to think of designs, illustrations. I'm starting with the big shapes, and then I work on the smaller parts. Like because the big shapes will be the first thing we saw, and probably is the most important stuff. And I think it's important when your silhouette, your icon reads well, because if not, the details won't save it, you know?
Yeah.
Because the first thing we read when we saw a design is the big silhouette. Or when we see an illustration, if the silhouettes are not the silhouettes of the important stuff is not easily read, the people will lost interest in it, or it's less efficient. So I'm always trying to have good silhouettes. I think that's the most important part. For example, I'm not a player of almost any game. I just play story-driven games.
Yeah.
But if you see the Dota characters, they are super efficient. They are super easy to read on the game, or even if you saw it then illustrated in other medias and stuff. And I think they are a super nice example on how to do characters. Even better than the League of Legends ones, because I think the new ones are more difficult to read. They're not that efficient. There's a lot of fancy skinny boys, or skinny girls with big heads, and
yeah.
They are not that iconic anymore.
Yeah. In terms of like what you said about, being able to detach any element from a piece and still being able to identify the other pieces that go with it, how do you make sure of that? Is that just from sharing motifs, like on this big sword, for example? Like you've got the bits of string or rope or whatever they are holding on the coins, and then you've then got the rope wrapped around the top. That's sharing a motif. Is it more like that?
Usually, it's basically it. I try to share motifs of the stuff, or shapes.
Yeah.
Or like, for example, if I'm drawing, like, I don't know, Harley Quinn or Jinx.
Yeah.
If I will design her sneakers, I'll try to think like which kind of sneaker that she will use. Like, if I'm not going to put her on high heels, for example. I will try to think like probably um, custom all stars or or something they customize for themselves. So
Yeah.
how can I show the chaos on her minds on her clothes, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, that makes total sense. I hope that helped you out, Yagi J. I love the style that you've done these weapons in as well. Like on that knife, like the thicker, like almost cell shaded kind of lines on it.
Oh, thank you. I love. I'm a big fan of Mike Mignola, you know, and I love to play like this.
Oh yeah, it's the
Hellboy guy.
Splendid Hellboy. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. It's a really nice style with like really exaggerated shadows. Love it.
Yeah, and he's super good with silhouettes. The guy's a master of it.
Yeah. I'm changing this song. It's getting on my nerves. There we go.
I'm not listening to any song yet.
I am. I'm listening to music. What runes did you choose for the knife?
Oh, it was random. I just look at the shapes and
Shame on you. It's okay. I'll have to take a look. I'll have to take a look after. Yeah, EJ says, I've been a fan of your work for a couple of years now, so it's great to be able to hear your thoughts. Oh, there you go.
Thank you.
You got a fan. I think that's something that I really enjoy about doing these live streams, is that it gives people an opportunity to talk to artists that, you know, they are fans of or admire in certain ways, because it's not always easy.
Yeah. We are a bunch of weirdos.
I mean, I wasn't gonna say that, but but yes. Do you post much on your Instagram? I haven't been on Instagram for a while, so.
Yeah. No, not that much.
No.
I should post more, but I'm too lazy for it. And I'm trying to alleviate myself on this because I realize every time I'm drawing for myself, I'm thinking, oh, I can share it later, and then if the drawing goes, if the drawing goes wrong, it makes me so bad. Like, I should draw for myself and not for Instagram, you know?
Yeah, exactly. The socials, your personal socials should be like almost more of an afterthought, you know? It's like, oh, that turned out well. Yeah. Sure, I'll post it. But I think a lot of people get into similar situations where they're like, oh, I need to make something for for my Instagram.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, okay.
And so I'm trying to not put pressure on me on posting stuff and
Yeah.
sharing stuff.
Yeah. I think that's the best way to be. If you can do that for yourself, then thank you, Jaden, for fixing all my typos. No problem. You haven't really had many typos. You've been pretty good. Sometimes it can be quite difficult to pick out what people are saying, but that's what I'm here for, to try and help with that. Because I'm definitely not here to do art. So I really want all of these, which is a problem.
Nice. I'm glad you like it.
Yeah. I have a company in mind that I think might be able to do. Well, they'd probably be able to do all of them, but my bank account would very much say no. So we need to have a Jaden art stream. We really don't. We really don't. It's fine. It's okay. People, if you're in the Discord and we've played Gartic Phone together, then you know the level of my art skills. It's not good. It's not good. Yeah, there's a reason I got hired to be a community manager and not an artist. You make it look so easy to have like those runes etched into the stone, you know. It's just like, you just do it in black, and then you go around the outside in like a lighter gray. It's easy.
Yeah, it needs to be easy. I always try on my personal stuff. I'm on a quest to find the easiest way to do this, to do art, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how efficient I'm being on it, but I'm trying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that's similar to what Leone does. Leone's like, I'm just looking for the easiest way to do everything.
Yeah.
Well,
Exactly.
I guess that's kind of just like the journey of an artist is to be like, how much can I simplify this process to the point where I barely have to think about anything. I can just do it.
I think when we are starting, we tend to be too pretentious when we are trying to create something.
Yeah.
And right now I realize, how can I make it simple?
Yeah.
Otherwise I'll get crazy every time. I think art sometimes doesn't need to be a challenge every time, you know?
Yeah.
Because if it's supposed to be difficult, I would become a doctor or I don't know, a lawyer.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. If things were meant to be difficult, yeah, you'd go to law school and suffer for like 8 years.
Oh, it's a thunder.
I've wondered what that was. Have you been having a lot of rain recently?
It started this week.
Oh,
Thank God, Oshun, Oshos, Yojin, Odin, or whatever the
whoever it
deity
is.
you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Brazil was on fire on the last month.
Actually on fire or just really hot?
Actually on fire.
Wow.
A lot of burning on the countryside, on the forest and stuff.
Wow.
It was pretty sad and dry. And this week it started to rain again, so that's good.
That's nice. That's crazy. I feel like that stuff happens in a lot of places, but the UK never gets hot enough to have wildfires.
That's good.
And even if it did, it would probably last like 20 minutes and then it would rain. So it's fine.
That's good.
It's like, oh no,
Yeah, it was.
oh no, a fire's broken out. That's fine. It'll be rained on in a few minutes.
Yeah, we went to the countryside a couple of weeks, and it was pretty sad because we went there to breathe fresh air and be on the countryside, and the woods and stuff. And it was super hot, and not even a drop of rain, and the sky wasn't blue. It was pale. It was like a light gray because of smoke.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was terrible.
I used to work for a company based in Oregon in the US, and a few years ago they had really bad like wildfires, and we got pictures from people in the office, like they were sending us pictures, and the sky was red. Like you looked outside and there was smoke everywhere and the sky was red and it just looked like an apocalypse.
Super sad.
Yeah, it was crazy. It's like nothing, like you can't even do anything at that point. It's like you just kind of have to wait and hope that the fire department manages to do anything. But yeah, it gets to the point where they're like taking water from people's swimming pools and stuff.
Yeah.
I saw a post online that was like, hey, so a fire department helicopter just flew over my house, took a bunch of water from my pool and then left. And they're like, yeah, they're like, can I get paid for that? Like, do they reimburse that? And apparently you can. So there you go.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, you can get reimbursed.
And here in Brazil
steals your pool water.
Here in Brazil was criminal fires. That's the thing also.
Oh, it wasn't even wildfires. It was like arson.
Yeah, the season for wildfires, it's starting right now.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's in September or it's late October when it finish the winter and the fall, with the spring.
Yeah.
In our case. And there was a lot of criminal fire happening here.
Why?
The guy doesn't know. Oh, a bunch of son of a bitches.
Yeah.
They are. There's a cost, a way of you burn the land, the forest to create
like
places for cows, to create cows. And if it's already there, it's a process, a criminal process that the people are not getting proper punished to do that, and they keep doing it.
No, that sucks. That sucks so bad. Well, I'm glad it's raining on them then. folded cloth is giving the feel as Ripper. Can we break the sizes like other sides? I'm not sure what you mean by that.
Okay, what's the
Folded cloth is giving the feel like it's ripped. Can we break the sizes like the other sides?
where?
In the middle.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. Maybe the brown one. Yeah, sorry.
Are you listening to the dog?
Yeah, was that the dog?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, Abdul. I'm not sure I understand what you mean. Yeah, I love those bits. Those bits hanging off that knife is really cool. The little bits of paper. I think they're talking about the fabric and how it's interacting with the silhouette. You changed it. It's
What?
looking nice. Oh. About the. Oh, is it about the size of the silhouette?
I think we're talking about the fabric and how it's interacting with the silhouette.
You changed it. It's looking nice. Okay.
All right. Oh, I was mentioning that I thought this would be bigger, and I will make it bigger. Oops.
Oh man, we're in our last 10 minutes. Where's the time gone?
Ready?
Yeah, it's gone so quick.
I could do this all day.
Yeah. Hey, sorry guys. Gabriel can't do your projects. He's too busy making weapons for me. What do you mean I have to pay for Gabriel's time? No.
Hard brushes are life.
What's that?
I love using hard brushes to sew stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So easy to handle, it's just one tool.
Yeah, it's one of those things. It's like people don't realize how powerful a hard round brush or just a soft round brush can be, you know?
Yeah.
It always makes me laugh. People ask Melissa what brushes she uses, and half the time it's like I'm just using a normal brush, just like
Yeah.
the default Photoshop brush.
layer faces here.
Mhm.
And topics to make it beautiful. And my dog, it's on daycare today.
Oh,
That dog is barking right now. It's my mom's dog that is here,
yeah.
Luna, and my dog is on daycare today. And with that ring, probably she will be super scary.
what are you training her to do? Is it just general behavior training?
No, not actually, because she's with us for 4 months or so,
Mhm.
and she's too attached to us,
Ah, yeah.
and she doesn't stay alone
Mm.
uh, without crying
Yeah.
her guts out. And, and so we are leaving her in the daycare just for her to be separated from us
Yeah.
and realize that there is life
Without there's
without
life
us too.
without us. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, I have the feeling that my parents' new dog is gonna be like that because they barely leave her alone at all, and I'm like she's gonna cause chaos, but
Yeah.
they just.
Luna, my mom's dog, is it's sort of like this.
Mhm.
She's super spoiled,
Mhm.
but yeah, it's from my mom.
Yeah.
It was it at the beginning was shared custody,
Yeah.
but um, since I was living in Stockholm last year,
Mhm.
uh, then I adopted one for my own. So now Luna is from my mom,
Yeah.
and Rita is mine.
So you brought a dog all the way over from Stockholm.
No, no, no.
Oh, right,
We
okay.
had yeah, we
Right.
adopted Rita when we arrived here.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say for that dog, if you had, that would be a dramatic change going from
Yeah,
Stockholm
no, no,
to Brazil.
no.
Uh, Yagije said, I need to do more studies with the round brush. I do everything with this one chalk brush I picked up when I was a teenager and just kept tweaking with the settings.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
useful to try. I think it's nice to have not 100% hard,
Yeah.
but at least 90% or 80%. It's nice sometimes to have that transfer,
Yeah.
but it's good to play with the hard brush because you can be focused, you know, and you do, how can I say, you will exercise your brain to pick up the right values, the right colors,
Mm.
and make the transitions with that instead of relying only on transfer or smudges and soft brushes.
Yeah.
And I like to scribble.
Who doesn't? Who
Yeah.
doesn't? Scribbling is great. Well, it is. It's now time, but I mean, you can finish off whatever it is that you're doing now, if you like.
I think we have some designs.
Cool.
I'm trying to align the stuff, but
Yeah.
okay.
Really nice. I'm gonna have
Can
to.
put some-
I'm gonna have to take these and then send them to some companies to see if I can get one made.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah, or two. I'm looking at like the sickle and the knife, like the small knife. I like them both. They're cool.
Let me do some
Oh,
noise.
no.
Blur. Just a second. Just to have some texture.
Texture, yeah. Yagi said these came out great, super cohesive. It's crazy that these only took 2 hours while answering questions. Yeah.
I'm impressed. Yeah. Yeah. I have no idea where this is going on.
Some people just do really well, you know. They'll like, some people work quick enough that they can answer questions and while they're on the stream, and other people struggle a bit more.
I had an idea before starting, but was a more tech stuff. I wasn't be able to do that. I'll start overthinking,
Yeah.
Yeah. I will start, I need to have a energy core here and something to attach it here. So, no, let's do mystical stuff and organic stuff, and that's all right.
Yeah. No, I think these turned out really nicely. Thank you for using me / not me as your as some inspiration. Anytime you can feel free to use those whenever you like. I don't mind.
Okay.
But yeah, these turned out really good. I love all of them. They're really cool. I'm definitely gonna steal some and see if I can get some made.
Nice, in pictures.
Yeah, I will. It won't be for a while, but I will see what I can do.
Okay.
But thank you everybody else for watching. I hope you had a good time. Did you take part in Swordtember this year? There's still about 10 days left, so will you take part after this? If you have, then show us in the Discord. I'd love to see it. But yeah, thank you for watching. I hope we helped you out. We will be back next Tuesday. So our next stream will be on Tuesday. Thank you, Gabriel, for taking the time out to do this too. It's always a pleasure to have you on. But
guys,
until then,
it was super nice.
Yeah. So until Tuesday, I'll see you all later. Have a great weekend, everybody. I know it's only Thursday, but we're nearly there. So have a great weekend, and we'll see you later. So bye-bye.
Bye.